up, everybody? Enosh here. It's the Toy Room, and today we are talking about the Rathtar with Bala-Tik action figure. That's right, we're going to do a review of that figure today, and the Rathtar, and it should be fun. There is the good, the bad, and the oh so ugly, because that is an ugly figure. Rathars are not pretty things at all. If you saw The Force Awakens, you know the Rathars are not to be taken lightly or to be messed with. And if you're Han Solo on board a scavenger ship, you want to be really careful in your dealings with the underworld, because they may just come calling, and if they do come calling, well, you know what? You may have to do some explaining to Kanji Club, just saying. But hey, if you have Rathars on board, you might be in for an interesting time. All right, but we're going to jump right into the review now. Let's go. So when I heard that they were making a figure of the Rathtar and Bala-Tik, I was actually pretty excited, because I like that scene from The Force Awakens, and I think it sets up the rest of the movie rather nicely. It's just a little bit of a breather in between the scenes there. So I was pretty excited, and I'm glad to finally have one. If we look at the box here up at the top, it says Star Wars in red. It also has Poe, Finn, and Rey with a lightsaber. And as we look down here, there's Bala-Tik. He's a 5-point articulation figure, but he actually looks pretty good. And for those of you who watch Collider videos, I like to use him as my Mark Ellis action figure and put him in battle. Here we have the Rathtar, and of course he has the Force Link communication thing on him, on his underbelly. You'll see that in a minute. And you can make the Rathtar make all kinds of cool noises and sounds. Altogether, it's nice packaging. I think it looks pretty good. We look at the side here, and we have Bala-Tik ready for action. He's looking very serious, and you can tell that to Kanji Club. Up here in the upper left-hand corner, we have some information regarding Rathars. It says, Rathars are dangerous tentacled predators known for their sophisticated techniques as pack hunters. These slimy horrors were responsible for the infamous Trillia massacre, which has made them irresistible to decadent collectors seeking exotic pets for their menageries. Other than that, we just got another picture here with the Rathtar and Bala-Tik kind of posed. We also have Kylo Ren down here with the Force Link unit and the Praetorian Guard with Rey. Down here is just some safety information, because I will tell you this has potential to kill kids, this Rathtar does, because of these tentacles that you will see here in a minute, the way that you have to put them in. On the side, we just have another picture of the Rathtar with Bala-Tik and the Force Link, and it says wear Force Link to activate sounds. On the bottom, we got the UPC symbol, and that's kind of it. That's the box for the Rathtar and Bala-Tik. Here is where this figure gets interesting, because this figure comes with all of the tentacles just kind of in their own place. They all have letters on them that correspond with numbers on the Rathtar itself, and they have these little ends that are these little pegs that are supposed to plug into the Rathtar. And it says they're just supposed to snap into these little holes, but I will tell you, even with the little Force Link thing there, this thing is a pain in the butt. My thumbs were just very sore after I tried to put all of these things in. I actually had to get a wrench to actually snap some of them in, and I'm still not convinced that they're in all the way. This is Bala-Tik in the plastic here, and that's just the thing. So now, after struggling for about a half an hour trying to get these stupid tentacles in, this is what it looks like. It actually looks cool posed once you get the tentacles in, but I will tell you, that's the worst part of this figure. And Bala-Tik looks pretty cool. I mean, I like his costume, his outfit there, and he's actually a good looking figure with his weapon and everything. And the Rathtar actually looks decent after you get them all set up. But like I said, you can't really move these tentacles around, because they'll just come right out. So basically, if I was a kid trying to play with this, I'd be really disappointed in the fact that these tentacles are just going to pop out. And this is the kind of toy that, you know, moms will typically glue together. I know a kid who had Star Wars toys, and the mom glued the weapons in their hands so that they couldn't come out. And I think that's what would kind of happen here, but it kind of defeats the purpose if you're trying to play with it, because you can't move the tentacles. This is what he looks like. He's got this little Force Link thing here on the bottom, where I guess if you use the Force Link unit, it will make some noise. But here's the Bala-Tik figure. Like I said, 5-point articulation figure. His head is kind of stiff, but it does go side to side, just like so. His arms go up and down. There are no bends at the elbows or bends at the shoulder at all. But other than that, he looks pretty good. His legs just go up and down as well. He still has this silly thing for his like skirt here that is just molded right in there. There's his Force Link button there, and he looks pretty cool shooting at you right there in 3D almost. Like, come on, tell it to Kanji Club. If you don't, I'll shoot you right in the face. But that's kind of the figure in itself. He looks kind of cool. You can pose him in some cool poses though, and I think that's what we're going to do for the rest of this review, because that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty simple when it comes down to it, and that's all, you know. But it's like I said, it's a pain in the butt getting all these tentacles in, because the tentacles just don't want to go into the Rathtar. And I tried warming them up, I tried doing a bunch of different things, and it just doesn't want to work. The cool thing is, he looks good on a shelf. Once you get them all posed and everything, the Rathtar looks pretty cool once you get all these things to snap in. Like I said, I'm not even really sure that they're completely snapped in, and that's the thing. I tried to snap it in and then try to hang it with, you know, by that tentacle to make sure that it was in all the way, and that kind of worked. But other than that, there's real no way to tell that they're all the way in, and they have popped off just from putting them on the shelf, just from the weight of the Rathtar on top of it. But I got this far, and this is what it looks like. And so you can have Rathtars chasing Bala-Tik, and the one member of Kanji Club that they did release, and I guess Han Solo and Chewie, and that's pretty cool. So, you know, I think they're ready for their close-up. I'm interested to know who designed the Rathtar and why they designed the Rathtar so. But like I said, you can get some cool shots of Bala-Tik and the Rathtar if you really try, and you can get them to display on your shelf pretty well. So it's kind of worth the pain of having to get all those tentacles in if you get them all in and they work together just right. You get some pretty cool shots, long shots like this. I kind of like that. And then as you can see from above here, you know, the Rathtar looks pretty good. He's got that yellow spotting on the top, and he looks cool with his tentacles out the way that they are. But of course, in the end, Bala-Tik's going to get eaten. And so you can put a figure fully into the Rathtar's mouth. And that's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't really have much more to say. I mean, it is what it is. It's an interesting figure for sure. It's an interesting figure combination for sure. I hope that they end up releasing more of Kanji Club and the others who were coming after Han. You know, you can do artsy horror stuff, you know, like black and white with your Rathtar right there. So I hope that you've enjoyed this review. Like I said, there's just it is what it is. He is what it is, and you can't really do much more with the figure except for eat its victims. So there you have it. That's my review for the Rathtar with Bala-Tik action figure. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the fun we have with it. But hey, what do you think of this figure? Do you have this figure? Did you have the problems that I had trying to get those tentacles in? Did you give up? Do you have a tentacle-less Rathtar at home? I don't know. But hey, let me know down in the comment section what you think of the video, what you think of the review, what you think of the figure, and let's have a conversation about it, all right? Because that's what we do here on this channel. We talk about movies, we talk about TV shows that we like, we talk about comic books, and we talk about Star Wars and toys. And so hey, leave your comment down in the comment section. And while you're here, why don't you give a like to the video if you like the video? Let me know that you liked it. That helps out. And then of course, you know what? If you're new to the channel, or maybe you've just passed by a couple of times, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button so that you can be aware anytime that we come out with new videos about the things that obviously we share and we love, because we want to have conversations. I want to include you in on those conversations and meet new people, all right? So why don't you do that today? Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, hey, may the Force be with you, and happy toy hunting. Be safe out there. Bye-bye.